I'm here today, Rusi Garden, which is where the maintenance part of Rusi is. The other part of Rusi is back a little ways away from here on the other side of the street. Almost in the same block, but not. Gotta go like around the corner and up over where Yan Yan is. Not hard to buy. You buy yours over at the main dealer or whatever dealer you go to. The dealer's all over. And this is where you get your maintenance when you're here in New Spaghetti. I'm here today because I had the trike rear springs pulled out. Pulled 3 of the 6 springs out to make it ride a little smoother. They're built like a damn truck. And you can load the living crap out of them. I've seen like a ton of weight in the back. I only carried a girlfriend and a few things, so I lightened it up, which it worked great on the back. But they also have on the front a couple add-on springs on the front forks. So I'm here today, and they're pulling the front springs out right now as we speak. Oh, looks like he's already got the springs off. The springs go here, right here. But there's springs inside. They're like an add-on spring. Let me go over and video one that is already standard. And these are a good buy for a quick first vehicle other than a bike. These chariots are cheap. It was $2,060 some on my credit card. Depends on the exchange rate. If it's up higher, it's going to be better. As you can see, that's how they come normally. And the windshield and roof stuff is add-ons. I think when you buy the ones they have now, like the one I have, it comes with the windshield. And this is a cargo model. This has the tailgate and no seats. The cargo model is cheaper than the passenger model, which is what I have, and it comes with the original toolbox mounted here. There's another blue one like mine, another cargo model, and you can see this one's had a bit of wear and tear. That tire is actually leaning. And okay, here we go. Here's one. These are for sale actually, as is sales that were, I guess, impounded or for whatever reason. Not sure of the price. But you can see it's a bit on the muddy side here. A lot of these bikes are impound bikes that'll be going up for sale. And you can see this is like you get what you get. And that's it. I got this light on. I didn't know the light was on. And this is also a passenger model. They're missing the step. There's a step that goes here. Mine still has its step. They do rust quite quickly. But if you're looking for a decent just starter vehicle that isn't going to get you killed like a bike might, because almost everybody I've spoken to with a bike here has gone down multiple times. I got bad arms and legs. I ain't getting on no damn bike. So I bought my Chariot in November, right at the end of November. Got quite a few miles on it already, and did some modifications to make it more comfortable for a Western body, which is sliding the body back 4 inches, which isn't too hard to do if you're mechanically inclined. I used to build new trucks, so it was easy. See, here's mine. I moved the toolboxes from the front to the back and bought a second one and had them mount them. They didn't mount them where I wanted to. I wanted them all the way up here. They kind of block the tail lights. You got to be this far back, and trust me, people get closer than that to you, so a lot of people would not see. And you can see here I've moved the body back. Typically the body is going to be out to the frame rail, and much more comfortable to drive. Pretty simple setup. 5 gears with a 5 gears with a high-low range. That's high. Flip forward is low range, which you can only do while you're stopped. Comes in quite handy, especially in the mountains. Went up and down a mountain in first gear, low range. I added the reflective tape for at night, so there isn't a whole lot of reflectors on, especially on the front and the side. They come with these small ones in the front. And when you go to pull, like do a U-turn at night, it's best to have the extra reflectors on there. I had them shipped from Amazon. It'd be better to buy it in the US and throw it in a bale and buy it, or bring it in your luggage, you'll get a better quality tape than I got from Amazon. I also modified these. Typically they go up, and the problem with that is you get this view like at an angle instead of being able to see that. Now, it looks like he's almost finished here, which is great. And I'll be able to get out of here. And they may not even charge me very much because they don't give you back the springs. I have the 6 springs that I pulled out of the back, 3 from each side. Started out with 2 out, which is what people suggested, and then increased that to 3 because it was still pretty stiff unless you had weight in it. But I don't carry anything hefty. I am debating whether to mount my 12-volt refrigerator that I shipped from the US, and that ship one because you can't get them here. Cost me 1 bale and buy box. I had to buy 2 boxes, cut them up and put them together. But when it showed up to the LBC, and it was in Fresno, California, they looked at it and went, it was a little bit longer, a little bit narrower, and a little bit taller than a standard bale and buy. So it cost me $100 to ship, $550 to buy. And if you look at my blog, 4,000 miles across the U.S. using it, leaving it in the desert for 4 hours running off a battery pack, pulls 3 amps. Ice cold refrigerator. Worked as good as any house fridge I ever had. And you can set it to 0, which I did try to make ice in it a little while back because my house fridge was not working. Don't buy used. Trust me, don't buy used here. It's best if you can buy everything new. A new fridge like I have would probably be like at least $1,000, which is comparable. But I bought one for $300, and I'm regretting every minute of it. It's like two months now, more than 2 months. It's still being repaired. Finally, supposedly fully repaired today, but I'm not back home yet. We'll see. Sort of like used stuff is sort of like the never-ending story. There's always going to be something else just popping up. I did wait one more minute. I used padlocks back there instead of the pins they give you. The pins fall out. They don't hold very well, and you almost have to wedge them in there. Although these things do that because the padlock is not as tight as the pin. But my daughter kept pulling the pin out and then trying to climb in, grabbing that, and they're a door. They'll swing open like a door. And she was almost falling on her ass. Can't tell a 5-year-old not to do stuff. They'll do it anyway. Anyhow, the maintenance area. Now there's more further back. I can walk back there. He's almost done. I don't want to go too far away. Sales room is up here, and you pay right here. You go see the girl right behind this wall here. There's a desk, and she remembers you. I come in and she says, "Oh, Morgan." But all these are bikes that are impounded for whatever reason. They went through different police stops or whatever and got impounded. And I guess they're up for sale. So you pick up a used bike if you wanted one. And almost 10 minutes. Don't want to make the video too long. A little bit down here. And this is kind of a wild place. It's like, how many repair shops come with a rooster. And he's ready to fight. There's another one over there. But there's more repair back here. There's another side. He worked on it once. He mounted my toolboxes back over here. There's a couple of the guys here who speak decent English and works as a James, I think his name is. Oh, that might be him over there with the red car. Speaks pretty good English. And they fix their own trucks here, which they have quite a bit. And Rusi also takes the multi-cab and puts them back together. Well, that's it. Rusi repair section. Rusi, what did they call it? Gardens. He's a growing chicken. Anyhow, that's about it, folks. Have a good one.